Let's talk about the Game Awards, everybody. The Game Awards are coming back in your face this December 9th. I hope you're excited. All I can say is world premiere!
World premiere!
We're going to get a lot of world premieres this time around. But they just recently announced the Game Awards nominations. Ooh. And we are going to take the time right now to go through those nominations and select one, what we think will win the nominee or the nomination, and two, what we think should. And they can be different because keep in mind the Game Awards is judged by, there is a people's vote tied into it, but it's largely based on votes from all the mainstay journalistic publications out there. So the Game Informers, the IGNs, the Polygons, like they're all voting. They get a vote on all these categories, and that collectively becomes the winner of each category.
So like a normal election.
Yeah, exactly. Except it's controlled by a couple of like 10 parties that get a vote on it. So that's about it. Because really the People's Choice vote doesn't really matter a whole lot, except for the People's Choice category, which is just the people.
We the people.
So it'll be a little bit different. But it has surprised us in years past because didn't last year It Takes Two win?
It Takes Two won.
Yeah,
yes.
which is
awesome. Like crazy.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. But anyway, we're gonna go through the categories, start from the bottom up. I'm gonna skip all the ones that we probably don't really care about a whole lot.
Sorry.
So those will be skipped, but we are gonna go into, first off, most anticipated game, recognizing an unannounced game that has demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. Those are Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
That's a hard one. Like the sports
so
one.
of these five, what do you think is going to win, and what do you want to win? It
So
could be the same.
most anticipated, for me personally, my most anticipated game would be Hogwarts Legacy.
Did you watch that recent gameplay trailer they brought out? It was like 45 minutes long.
did.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Was it good?
It was good.
It was interesting, but there's some stuff that I'm a little concerned about, like the facial animations
What
aren't
about
that
the
great.
wand fighting?
It looks good actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's snappy. Like it's really snappy.
They don't sit there and go, ba ba ba, ba ba ba, ba ba ba.
They do, but they
After,
it's like acrobatics. So like they do like twists and they do like different motions. And
Even
stuff as they're
after
doing
you
it.
brought that up, I'm still like hyped for this game.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why.
Also,
All right, I want you to play and tell me.
Okay.
also the world, like literally, they did a whole tour of like Hogwarts. This thing is freaking huge and expansive.
It's
and
all
then they took you
Hogwarts.
out to like this bridge, and they're like, "Oh, and by the way, that whole area you're looking at right now is also open world." I was like,
Gonna be riding my broom everywhere, dude. Drinking a butter beer.
There you go.
Yeah, you will. I can see it now.
Hey!
George, go watch out for that tree.
So, Jason, do you think that's also going to be the one that the Game Awards picks?
I would think so, but I think I'm leaning more towards Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom or whatever, and that's the sequel to Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I think that one's hard, man, because it's been a while since Zelda has came out, the new one, Breath of the Wild, and it's just that game did phenomenal, you know. And I know a lot of people are waiting for the sequel, but I don't think it has as much hype as a Hogwarts Legacy game because we haven't seen a really good Harry Potter game.
Right.
Especially with this one that's being so like Legend of Zelda's open world, but I don't think the world it's open, but it's dead. But I feel like Hogwarts Legacy is going to be open and it's going to be lively.
Yeah. Yeah.
My own opinion.
Seems
Especially
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, those two are my choices.
Well, I agree with you. Those are exactly what I was going to say. Hogwarts Legacy is definitely mine also.
Okay.
After seeing the videos, even though like concerns I have about it, I'm like, I still really am hyped about this game. I think it looks really good. I think it'll be fun just to get lost in this world.
Yes.
And Zelda for sure, because I feel like most journalists that I follow, like the three games that they will not stop talking about are God of War, Elden Ring, and Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. But most importantly, Breath of the Wild, not most importantly, but most notably, Breath of the Wild and Elden Ring, I feel like always get all the high praise. And when we talk story, it's like God of War, but like freaking people are obsessed with Breath of the Wild. Don't know why.
I
don't know why.
No, I know why.
That game sucks. So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's a good like step up from the other Zelda games that we had before. It's like a big step up. Like it's just a major jump, and that's what the God of War did. Whenever they came out back at 2018, it was a huge jump compared to what we left off with God of War 3.
Right.
Huge jump. So
Anyway.
So I want it to be Legend of Zelda. At least it is for me.
yep.
But I do think it's a toss-up between Hogwarts Legacy and Legend of Zelda. Because you have more, quote-unquote, quote, normies who are probably super excited about Hogwarts Legacy. Normies.
I
Like
mean, casual gamers.
my girlfirlend.
Oh, and
Who
my
doesn't
wife.
really play games. And she was like, I want to get a copy of
So a
Hogwarts
muggle
Legacy.
is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, a muggle. Well, I think people who are more in tune with gaming probably want Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
So I don't know who's going to win this battle.
And that's just because Hogwarts Legacy is
like it's more
it's a
well
brand
known.
new IP, and it's,
Yeah.
you don't know the gameplay mechanics yet
Right.
to an extent, but you already know a good bit of the gameplay mechanics of Legend of Zelda.
Exactly.
So it's just gonna
Yeah.
be more anticipated.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking Starfield and maybe Final Fantasy might be in the toss-up, but I feel like Starfield at this point, it's
Yeah.
had hype. It had its time for hype. The hype has kind of died down. I think people are still hyped for it, but it's like, whatever. I haven't heard much about it. You know,
It's
what
still
it is.
far away too. I
What,
think
what's
it's-
this?
Yeah, and the Final Fantasy, I think that's just more niche.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Like,
yeah.
the people who are really hyped for that are like super hyped for that.
Yeah.
But they're just more niche.
Yeah.
And then Resident Evil 4,
Isn't
it's
there
just a
already
remake.
Resident Evil?
Yeah,
It's a
just
remake,
a
right?
remake.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So I mean, people
Yeah.
are hyped for it, but it's not like, oh my god.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's nothing to me. Either a brand new IP or a sequel to a game's going to
Yeah.
get that.
Best action adventure game. For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, this is A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic. Ladies and gentlemen.
I think I
What do
want
you
God of
predict?
War, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think it's actually gonna be Tunic.
Really?
I think it's unique enough and cute enough
Man.
that people are gonna be like, it deserves a spot on the list somewhere. And I think they're gonna give it to
Well,
Tunic.
that's an interesting point too, because I definitely feel like there is going to be a lot of people that are going to be making choices on this of like, okay, where do we want to slot in the games we think that deserves it? Because like,
Exactly.
God of War, Elden Ring is going to probably get a top spot.
Yeah.
But then it's like, how do we give credit where credit's due to these other games that were like really solid?
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
It's a fun game. It
Yeah.
is a fun game. And for action adventure, like, I mean, you can play it on the Switch, which I think is on there now.
Yeah.
I played it on the Game Pass, and you know the graphics are great. There's a deep story in there with a lot of lore, and the way that the game opens up with like you have to find pages to put in
Translate.
your book to figure out how to do things in the world, and eventually that translate into actually like first it's just ruins that you don't know what they're saying, but then eventually opens up to actual English. Like
Yeah, super cool.
it's interesting, it's
Yeah.
unique.
It definitely fits the bill for
Yeah.
sure.
Why would you, Brett?
Yeah. I still think Ragnarok's going to take it as much as I
Possible.
don't. I mean, it's not that I don't. I
It's
think
likely.
it's going to, because I think it's such a. It makes perfect sense for this category, and like Horizon definitely hits that nail on the head a little bit.
You beat
Stray
that one?
definitely hits that nail. Not yet. I got like 4 missions left. Yeah, I'm close. Tunic definitely hits nail on the head, but I still feel like this God of War Ragnarok just like elevates it, and yeah,
I think Forbidden West.
think so.
Wow.
Yeah, just because it is a true open world game that has a lot of puzzles involved with it, and you set your journey, you set your path. With God of War Ragnarok, it's very linear. It is an action adventure game, but I think Forbidden West is going to take it from it.
Yeah,
And I would like to throw Stray into the mix a little bit, but
yeah.
I just
Didn't stand. I don't know.
I mean, Forbidden West definitely is more of a. You can get lost in the world. It's not
can.
always gonna be like super exciting, but I mean, it is a beautifully designed like
is.
environment.
it's very adventurous.
Yeah, best debut indie game. For the best debut indie game by a studio that's independent: Neon White, Norco, Stray, Tunic, Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors is a game I've been hearing a lot about that I hear is really good that I never played. But there's some people that are like this could be like a game of the year for them, and it's
What
like
the
it's like
fuck?
low quality like roguelike.
Yeah, it looks like Diablo 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's crazy. It's got 127,000 reviews and it's overwhelmingly positive on Steam.
Damn, that's a lot of reviews.
Good lord.
Yeah,
I want it to be Tunic,
Uh-huh.
but I think it is a toss up between Tunic and Neo White. But I'm leaning more towards Neo White as being the actual
Damn, I haven't played
winner.
Neon
I haven't
White.
played Neo White either, but just what I saw from Brett, Like
10 out of
his
10, man.
gameplay. Like I see why people love it so much. It's easy to jump into and complete and progress, and then you're like, oh, something new, and like, oh, I want to get faster at this because you can like, I got to beat my time, or
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's between Stray and Tunic.
okay.
Because Tunic's really good. Yeah, I really want to play it. I think they just released it for the PlayStation, so I need to get it. But Stray was phenomenal. I didn't beat it, but I was intrigued.
never beat it?
No,
It's only 5 hours.
I know, man. I've been playing better games.
Well, go beat it. You got like an hour left.
You could do Ghost of Tsushima like 18 times. Can't beat Stray.
But Stray had a very interesting world, and it was just very unique and cute, and I loved it. I just wish you can customize your cat.
Yeah.
And then Tunic just seems like phenomenal. And I really want to play it.
I think Stray's going to win just because people love cats, apparently. But I definitely want Neon White to win. Honestly, though, it's gonna be hard because
It is hard.
there are these Tunic, Neon White, and Stray are all like fantastic. And like I've said, I've heard really good things about Empire Survivors. I don't know anything about Norco, but there's not a bad game here. Speaking of which, best indie game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publishing system. We still have Neon White and Stray and Tunic on here, but then we add in Sifu and Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of Lamb. Fuck. I think it's between Sifu and Cult of Lamb.
I like it.
Cult of Lamb really changed it up because it was almost like Animal Crossing mixed up with a rogue game, a roguelike game. So it's just, and there was so much stuff you can do in that game, and it was just unexpected how fun it was.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And
This is fucking hard.
What are you going with?
Who would have thought like indie games are like literally there's not a game on here that's bad.
I
There's
know.
not a game on here that's bad. Like all 5 of these are like fantastic games.
I put in so much time at Cult of the Lamb, even though I had hardware issues, or
yeah.
game optimization issues.
Yeah, because you're on Switch, right?
Yeah. Neon White looks like a fun game that I could enjoy, and I get why people like it. Sifu, great concept with great gameplay and how the story ties in with the gameplay. Stray just seems like a good experience overall. And then Tunic, I just love everything about Tunic. It just takes like the classic elements of Legend of Zelda and brings it forward and puts in a 3D aspect and puts its own nice little touch of graphics on it. I want to give it to Cult of the Lamb because I feel like the concept is interesting, and like even though it's repetitive, like it's fun, challenging, and learning new stuff, and there's like decent progression there. But Tunic, I just love the graphics, and it's cute, and there's mysteriousness to it. Okay, I give it to Tunic, but I don't know which one would actually win.
Yeah, this one's a hard one.
I think this is going to surprise people, but I really think Tunic is going to get it, and I think my vote would be Tunic. I never beat the game. It was hard for me. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. The reason I say that is because Cult of the Lamb, I felt like as much as I loved it, absolutely enjoyed it. It had a lot of it. The roguelike aspect of it, I think, could have used a little bit of work. It was a little simplified, but
no
it was
Hades.
good. It was great. Yeah, it wasn't a Hades. Neon White, incredible game, perfect gameplay, 10 out of 10 gameplay, awful story, absolutely awful story.
Okay.
Sifu, I heard that it was just like mechanically had a few like bumps on the edges and stuff like that. Personally, that's what I've heard. I don't know, but it's still a really good game.
Yeah.
But I don't know if like was a story like a huge part of that
story
game.
was
yeah.
phenomenal in that one.
Maybe it was good. I don't know. Stray, like there's not much gameplay there. It's just the story was interesting and it was like mysterious and cool. But Tunic, I feel like did have an interesting story, although there wasn't any like text or words. But there was a semblance of a story there that you had to like kind of piece together. Gameplay, I think, was very, very solid. Art style is great. Like all that stuff is just like really, really good. Then it has the full package, which is why I want to choose that. Even though I didn't beat it myself, I think it is considered like overall, it hits all the boxes that it needs to hit.
Well, we learned about this back in like 2018.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we're a little biased, but man, remember what we played, and it wasn't much. To what we actually got to play was like phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I don't know if my hype was just so hype.
Yeah.
Too much.
All hype.
Best performance. Let's talk about that. Award to an individual for voice acting, motion, and or performance capture. Ashley Birch in Forbidden West. Charlotte McBurney in A Plague Tale Requiem. Christopher Judge in God of War Ragnarok. Manon Gage in Immortality, and Sonny Soljic in God of War Ragnarok.
Back in the old God of War, there was a scene where Christopher Judge was shooting it, and he was grabbing the blades of chaos for the first time. And they showed everything, and the man was like truly crying. And after all that, and they were doing the documentary over it, they asked him, it was just like, what is your drive for this character? And he's just like, this is basically a love letter to my son.
What I was like, do I want to go there? Because this was a moment. If I was gonna take the scab off it as a person, as a human being, this is where it is.
There's nowhere you can hide, Spartan. Put as much distance between you and the truth as you want. It changes nothing. Pretend to be everything you are not. Teacher, husband, father. But there is one unavoidable truth you will never escape. You cannot change. You will always be a monster.
I know. A lot of this performance, for me, is a love letter to my kids. It's an apology.
The performance he did there was outstanding. The performance in this one is still outstanding. And I would love to give it to Christopher Judge, like hands down.
But
I haven't played the other games to get a full feel for it. But for the performance that he had in Ragnarok, along with Atreus' character, they were pretty good. I think Christopher Judge stole the show most definitely in the scenes that he had. But man, that man can make you feel,
Oh, well, the story allows for him to go that deep.
Yeah.
I want to give it to
not just with his voice.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I want to give it to Charlotte McBurney because I've been playing a Plague Tale Requiem.
Yeah, how's that?
But it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
I was going to give it Game of the Year, and obviously God of War came out. So Horizon Forbidden West, Plague Tale Requiem, they have really awesome stories and moments and places that you can get attached to the character and make you laugh, love, laugh, and cry. But those stories don't allow for much depth to really be brought forward. And it goes to say those directors need to be great at what they're doing too.
Yeah.
The scene you talked about, like he was like, this is the moment that I can just put it all on the floor for everyone to see. Like, this is the moment for Kratos. And yes, he did cry, and it was like super touching.
It was so
and you watch that scene and it's like, God dang it. So I'd give it to Christopher Judge.
Yeah, for me, it's Christopher Judge, 100%. Like, I think Atreus is great, but he's a great
he's a great support character.
But he's not like the performance that I like go in there to see.
Yeah.
Ashley Birch, I feel like she does a fine job with it, but I never really felt anything
Nope.
from her character.
It's the story.
Don't feel it.
Yeah.
It's the story. She
Haven't played
has to
Plague
be
Tale, yeah.
that same
Yeah.
attitude level across the whole game.
I will say, though, I feel like this could be a toss-up between Christopher Judge and Manon Gage from Immortality, because I've heard all the people that I follow on these sites and stuff like that have said that the Immortality game was an incredible story, like an incredible experience, and it's all acting. I mean, it's the whole entire thing. It's like a live action thing that's interactive live action.
Oh,
thing.
that might actually get it then.
So I feel like this is probably gonna take it
that's
home,
probably going to take it home.
but
That's a different experience.
Yeah.
to actually
Yeah.
see somebody.
Yeah.
but
That's a
it's
real
also
different
it's a deep
experience.
cut. So like from if it was the people's choice, never would get it. But because of the fact that it's like a bunch of these journalists are doing it, like every journalist I follow, it's like they love the story, they love the experience. But it's not for everybody because it's you're like clicking through things and watching found footage, essentially. So
Yeah,
Boy,
'cause
if Christopher Judge wins it, like that'll blow me away. Then
yeah,
with something like this,
right,
clearly deserves it.
yeah.
yeah, he most definitely deserves it.
And last but not least, game of the year, recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields: A Plague Tale: Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War: Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I honestly was very surprised that both Stray and Xenoblade got into this nominee list.
Same.
Xenoblade 3.
Stray. Oh my
No,
god.
I think everyone knows what we're gonna say.
God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
That's gonna beat it. Like
the
after
reason-
going through all this,
And I think God of War's gonna get it, and I don't think it will get most of the other major categories because usually that's how they do it. They give all the other categories to other games.
Didn't they do that one year? Like Spider-Man won a bunch of shit, and then
It
God
was-
of War won.
it was Red Dead Redemption.
God of War won a lot, and then Red Dead Redemption won Game of the Year.
No, Red Dead Redemption won all the awards, and God of War
That's
got
right.
Game
Yeah,
of the Year.
okay,
Yeah,
that's
I was
right.
about to
Because
say,
I
my
was
bad.
so pissed that it wasn't winning anything, and I was
then
like,
right
"They're
there at
gonna
the
give
end.
it to Red Dead," and then it won, and I was
Yeah.
just so happy.
So maybe Horizon's gonna win all these other ones.
could be. I doubt it.
I bet you it is gonna be like that. It's gonna be like a Elden Ring
Just bounce
sweep
back
up
and
until you
forth.
get the Game of the Year.
So
There it is.
Last thing I want to add, just like one more question for y'all.
yeah.
We always have a shit ton of world premieres. What is the biggest world premiere that would make you guys like? What is the one world premiere that you guys want more than anything from the Game Awards?
I've been saying it for
Okay.
I don't even know how long.
Yeah,
Splinter Cell.
Well, they already came out.
they're already doing the Splinter Cell remake.
Yeah.
they just
No,
already
I want
announced
a
stuff
new
for
one.
it. They're not going
Oh,
to do
you
that.
want-
They're already working
yeah,
on the
they're doing
remake.
the
It's not
All
going to
right,
happen.
then let me cancel. I'll think of something else.
I want. Okay. Wanting a lot. What do you got? You go first.
Metroid Prime
Oh yeah, finally reveal it.
finally revealed.
Okay. Either Grand Theft Auto 6 or Bully 2.
Oh, okay, all right.
One of those.
You're not gonna get Bully.
I might.
Yeah,
I might.
You won't.
I might.
I just don't see them bringing that back,
yeah.
There's been concept art floating around.
dude.
It
I
might-
know.
it might-
I
it
would
might come
love to
out.
play it. I would love to play it.
What do you
Grand
got?
Theft Auto 6. Yeah, that's probably gonna be mine too. I actually like that a lot. I want that really bad. I think that'd be a good game. Either that or Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown gameplay.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
But that's not world premiere.
not world premiere.
That's, dude, they put world premieres in there for like DLCs coming out today.
All right, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
All right. Thank y'all for listening to our soapbox. The Game Awards are December 9th. Tune in, check it out.
crap, December
We'll
9th.
follow up with it after that to see what really happened. Did we get our predictions right? Did we get them wrong? I don't know. What do y'all predict? You should let us know in the comments below or hello@theinnergamer.net.